Deaths galore, guys, in the penultimate episode of Season 1 of All of Us Are Dead.
Spoiler alert, Chun Sang got fucking robbed here, man. Got betrayed, got shafted, pissed off big time with this episode. This episode made me want to stop watching the entire show. But I'm not an absolute crybaby, so I want.
And there was only one episode left after this, so I feel like if you jobbed it at this stage, it was like...
Yeah, but I mean, come on. Whoever booked this shit, whoever wrote this episode deserves to die. Although, don't get me wrong, it's a great episode, like, but... Come on, man.
God damn it, you gotta make Chun Sang look strong. 3
major characters, or at least, let's say, 2 major characters and an
important one.
An important character. So, you know what? All gone. I'm not going to spoil it, even though you can probably guess who's died based on the fact that the thumbnail doesn't look too good for somebody, but we will...
Ah, we've just mentioned that already, Chief, with Chun Sang.
No, I said he got screwed.
Ah, well,
I didn't say
no proof he's dead.
There's no proof he's dead.
His eyes, mate. Really?
Well, let's be real, he's fucking dead. Anyway, we start the episode where we left off last time. Soju opened the door to the school, like, it was like a basketball court, gym or whatever. Not too sure what it was. The rest of the kids are there. He meets up with his daughter. They embrace. Onjo seems to be still blaming him, like, what took you so long? Which is not, I mean, like...
Should she not be relieved to see her fucking die? Does she
like,
not see the situation?
I would not say... Onjo's not one of my favourite characters in this, right? Doesn't really contribute much to the group, right?
Money bitch.
Yeah, and for her
ungrateful.
I mean, her dad's travelled all this way, put his life on the line, saved other people, and she just doesn't seem very... Oh, Dad, it's you! And I have a big hug and said, oh, Dad, what took you so long? You left us here for ages, you know, whatever.
And even the whole treating Chun Sang.
Yeah.
We'll get to this in a bit as well.
Anyway, our father, Soju, says they need to head to the tennis courts and get through the forest, get through the woods. He tells the kids they need to do that. Zombie comes, he takes it down, snaps its leg, can't follow him. Then they run up through the tennis courts. They get into the tennis courts. They kind of get surrounded. He's telling them they need to make a break for it. He brings some flares out. These flares look very effective because the zombies seem to be, you know...
It's the noise.
Yeah, maybe the noise and the heat as well, but the zombies seem to love these flares. He has thrown them in different directions.
He's using a whistle as well.
Distracting the zombies, giving the kids time to try and make an escape. But while he is distracting them, they're waiting on him. They're not leaving. They could have had a head start by now, but that's not what's happening here. They're waiting on him. Then it gets to the stage where Bear Su and Chun Sang run over and get him to try and grab him to bring them with him. He tells them, right lads, let's go. They get to the gate. Chun Sang and Bear Su goes through the gate. Soju slams the gate shut, tells them to go.
It's a steel cage match.
Onjo looks at him. He looks back at her. She then looks down to his hand that is holding the gate.
It's
closed, and there's got a big bite mark in it. And sadly, this is pretty much where Soju's journey comes to an end.
And I can't believe it, guys. All this journey, this guy's been built up. I mean, he's been built up like The Rock in recent episodes. I mean, dishing out shotguns to parents in need for no reason, which I still debate to this day. And then here, he finally arrives. He reunites with his daughter. And literally, we're talking about 5 minutes after reuniting. Probably less. He's dead. But he sacrificed himself. But then again... Was this the plan all along? We were debating this off camera. He said we have to go through the tennis courts. Was he planning this? But to me, it looked like he got bit during it.
He said they have to go.
Aye, but you know what I mean. Aye, they as in them and him.
I'm going to assume that... It sounds like he got bit before he opened the door. I think. But he could have very easily got bit in the tennis court.
I think he got bit in the tennis court because...
When he opened the door, he told them they have to head to the tennis courts. He didn't say we have to. And for me, that was, if you look back on it...
True, but also...
He just would not say that. If he's intending to go with them, he would say we need to go through the tennis courts. He wouldn't say, you kids need to go through the tennis courts.
But we've seen how quickly people can turn, you know what I mean? So it was a risky strategy, but you know what? Fair play to this guy. He travelled the whole fucking country, risked his life, broke out of a quarantine camp where he was perfectly safe.
He dodged about 10 million bullets as well, but unfortunately couldn't dodge a bite. He's telling her to go. She's not going. She's like, Dad, Dad, and he's like,
I took it
go, go, Anjo, go, and then the next minute a bunch of
That's literally it.
go, Anjo, go, go.
I didn't really find it sad though. Alright, we get it.
And then he gets eaten from behind.
Yes, but did you find it sad?
I kind of found it. I said
kind of
funny.
funny. Yeah, it did.
No, it is. I did find it sad, like, but I found it sad, right? But when you watch it again, you're like, that Goki side, I mean,
Oriental
it
prison?
could just be the dubbed, you know. It could be just be the dubbing, where it's someone trying to say, you know what I mean? It's not a funny scene, like, but it kind of sounds a bit funny if that makes any sense.
No.
But anyway, that was a pish fair. I was the best. Anyway, it was sad.
Well, I didn't want to drag your arse out.
He gets I should have added an extra 10 minutes onto the review.
We've got Chin Sang and Doc.
He gets what?
What? What do you mean he gets what? He gets deformed. He gets fucking ate like he's a
He
chicken
gets
sandwich.
devored, yeah, and then the kids make their way up to like the scaffolding. There's like a building
Construction site.
Fuck
me.
We then see Soju. He reanimates, and he bumps into Chu Sang's mother, the chicken woman. And these people have been neighbours for years, but now they're zombies. And they literally bump into each other, and there's nothing there. They don't recognise each other. It's pretty much all gone.
Exactly, but during all
They're
this,
definitely not symptomatic. I mean, they're
no, they're basically sitting here, coming up with plans what they should do. Wait till it rains. Wait till they get rescued or whatever. But while this is all going down, Min Ji, the other archery man, he has survived. But Gwi-Nam comes in, and then basically it looks like Gwi-Nam was going to leave this guy alone, but then he calls him an asshole, and then he's like, "Fuck it."
Min Ji is like, "Yo, don't go out there, asshole. You get us killed, asshole." And then he comes over. He's a bit. He says, "Are you hungry? You're lucky I'm not hungry." Or else he was going to bite him. But Gwi-Nam turns away. He's actually going to spare Min Ji. But then he gets a scent of Chun Sang from Min Ji. He wants to know where Chun Sang is. Min Ji doesn't know who Chun Sang is, even though he did briefly meet him, I guess, for like 10 seconds.
But I guess they've all got like similar sounding
the gym.
names, and there's like 2,000 of them, so it would be pretty hard to...
But he doesn't fucking know who he is regardless, right?
Yeah, I know.
So he doesn't know who he is, so he's not really lying to Gwi-Nam. Gwi-Nam's asking him, where's Chun Sang, but Min Ji doesn't even know Chun Sang as a person. He doesn't know who Chun Sang is. So Gwi-Nam doesn't believe him, and Gwi-Nam then proceeds to bite him in order to, I guess, once he bites someone, he can kind of maybe read their mind or see into their vision. Or this wasn't really explained.
Yeah, I mean, he basically just tortured the guy, and then he's trying to set up the archery, but it wasn't even really happening. But I guess biting him...
But did Gwi-Nam not learn the location? That's what I kind of got from it. That's why he done it.
No, I'm pretty sure...
Or you think he just done it
I'm pretty sure Min Ji told him. Said about the construction site, that's where they were going.
You need to rewatch it.
I need to rewatch it, but you don't know either.
No, I think I do.
Just the way it's worded here.
Oh, listen. Just because you're reading off bloody Wikipedia don't mean shit,
What are you reading off then?
Wikipedia.
Okay.
No, because he asked Min Ji, and Min Ji doesn't know who he is.
Point is, right, he got information from Min Ji, whether it was word of mouth or mouth to fucking bite my arm.
No, I'm thinking Gwi-Nam can...
I'm thinking. Well, you're
Listen,
not
prick, I've been carrying this review, so I suggest...
No, you haven't.
I suggest you shut it
No,
right
you
and let me
haven't.
continue. I have. Gwi-Nam, I'm going to assume, can, like, read the minds of zombies, or he can get information from them, or see into their vision, or see into their past. And that's why he bit Min Ji. Could be wrong. But anyway, he bites him, and then that appears to be when he realises that's what Chun Sang is in the construction site. Min Ji crawls away. Gwi-Nam says, if you run, I'll let you live. I mean, he seems to have this... He always seems to do this Gwi-Nam guy. He always seems to be a bit of a dick. He is a big bully right to the end, I guess. But Min Ji doesn't really run. He crawls away to get to his bow and arrow. He picks it up. He's got a chance to end Gwi-Nam right here, right now, before he turns. Sadly, he gets one shot away and Gwi-Nam dodges it, so Gwi-Nam survives. Min Ji turns, and that wraps up this wee segment.
Meanwhile, though, the military, they basically went with a plan to use drones to attract zombies into the hotspots so they can bomb the shit out of Busan. They've came up with firebomb, good night, that is what we are going to do.
I tell you what, though, those drones were noisy as fuck, and I'd have been running the opposite direction because the noise was actually beginning to do my head.
It was, wasn't it?
Right.
But one of those locations, though, is Huson High.
Onjo, go! Sounds like a Spanish football. Goal!
Yes, but the students, they're going to prepare to flee. But as they prepare to flee,
they're on top of the construction site. They're waiting on the rain. The rain ain't coming. They're like, right, let's go. We need to get out of here. Chun Sang's willing to sacrifice himself, go to the rooftop and distract them, but they're saying no. Onjo's like, no one else is sacrificing themselves. The next minute, well, actually, Namra can sense that there's
someone coming.
No, she can sense that she heard the signal that the military is going to bomb. The other kids didn't hear this. Her hearing must be advanced at this stage. I mean, they're basically, her and Gwi-Nam appear to be like superhuman beings.
Yeah.
Although Gwi-Nam doesn't really seem to be affected. I mean, he seems less vulnerable. Like, even though like some noises, like, you know, can currently like affect them like momentarily. I mean, half the time Namra, you don't know if she's about to fucking
die or
over or
exactly. Yeah,
she's going to turn into the Incredible Hulk and batter Gwi-Nam. You never really know. But anyway, she hears the signal that they're planning on bombing. That's what really pushes the kids into thinking, well, look, we can't sit here and wait. We need to go. We need to go now. But unfortunately, Gwi-Nam is in the building. They heard him, and then he pokes his head through the window. Chun Sang takes a shot with the bat. He misses. Gwi-Nam then grabs him in the back, throws him into the wall, takes him down. Gwi-Nam hops over the barricade. Bear Su actually makes an attempt to help Jansu. First time around, he gets punched and almost flies off the scaffolding. And I think you've noticed whenever Bear Su and Gwi-Nam, Jesus Christ,
get in there, score, go.
Whenever these two had a conflict, whenever these two had a physical altercation, Bear Su always seemed more skillful and always seemed to be able to handle himself against Gwi-Nam. But now we seem to be getting to the stage where you look at the last time on the rooftop, Bear Su didn't really do much. He kind of just got beat up, and it was the rest of them. It was actually Namra that sent Gwi-Nam off the top of the roof.
She's superhuman.
But in the early days of this series, Bear Su was kind of comfortable, not comfortably, but he was holding his own. He was definitely more than holding his own against Gwi-Nam. But now he couldn't even get a shot in on Gwi-Nam here. Gwi-Nam just punches him, and he hangs off the balcony. Harry tries to help him up. Fat Boy Chicken Soup helps him up. But meanwhile, no one is helping Chun Sang.
Who gets absolutely shafted here.
Gwi-Nam's got his foot on his throat, lifts him up. Chun Sang still fighting, punches Gwi-Nam, but again, has no effect at this stage. Then Gwi-Nam twists his arm. Looks like he's about to twist his arm fucking off here.
Like a saw trap.
But instead, he then takes a bite into his arm. Meanwhile, at this stage, Bear Su's already been helped back to his feet, but Bear Su's actually holding the group behind him. He's actually like in front of them. Not that any of them were really making an effort to get past him, to be fair.
Yeah, this just sucked. Why no one helped him, I don't get it.
And it's sad because Chun Sang was... Now, I'm not saying Bear Su hasn't been... You know, he's been selfless as well. I'm not saying that, but if you had to say which one of these members has made the most sacrifices and put his life on the risk, it's Chun Sang's by far and away number one, and then Bear Su is by far and away number two. But there's a pretty big gap.
You know what gets me? Like, even attacking Gwi-Nam here, it's not just saving Chun Sang or attempting. It's
yourself.
Exactly. I mean, it takes Namra about 100 fucking years to actually step up to the task here, and she doesn't. Does she not?
I mean, do you even watch this show?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
No, but you don't. You keep getting everything fucking wrong. Oh, that's all you've got. Right, I'm right, you're wrong, so just sit there and accept it, right, big man? Because what happens is, the fucking noise actually distracts Gwi-Nam, and while he's going, oh, Chang-Su gets up and pushes him off the balcony.
That's what happened?
Aye. Namra didn't do fuck all. She was doing, her head was melting.
Well, she's fucking pish.
Well,
why is she not helping?
Well, to be fair, Thingy's head was a bit... But that's what I'm saying.
But before it, when there was no noise.
But I've already pointed out earlier that she seems to be affected by noise a lot more than he does.
Yeah, but there was no noise earlier on.
Oh, I think she was, I don't know, half turning.
She was just fucking, she was just...
Well, let's be real, Gwi-Nam's feast... Oh, it could be he's feasted on a lot of people, whereas she hasn't. All she's done is took a couple. Like I think at this stage she's took one chunk out of her wrist. Again, I actually pay attention. This guy.
No, you just couldn't fucking wait and watch the show. You had to watch it yourself because you're a cretin. And then you near tuned out because this wee fucking jobber Chun Sang died. Nobody helped.
Jobber, he's my best mate. Leave him alone, right?
He's your best mate.
Anyway, he's betting. Gina.
You couldn't tell the difference between him and Specky unless Specky got a scar.
Oh come on! You
What?
can't tell the difference.
No, you couldn't. That's what you told me. You said we never got that scar. You wouldn't have knew.
I was joking.
Oh, aye.
I could name them bloody all, right? Anyway,
I
Gina.
name them all. Them with all day.
Aye, well, after this review, I'll name them all.
Alright.
Gina falls to the floor. We don't see yet, but we actually find out about a couple minutes later he's actually been impaled. But that doesn't stop him.
He just rips himself off it.
Sonjo steps up, tells Chun Sang like not to worry and all that stuff. I mean, they'll be okay.
It's Onjo, not Sonjo.
Ah, whatever, man.
Ah, well, it's not that one. I get something wrong, alright? I'm wrong, you're right. Fuck up, right?
Onjo tells him not to worry. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Basically, reusing the same lines he was using to try and comfort her when her dad died. We
Like
kind
10
of
minutes ago.
skipped all of that, but yeah, doesn't really matter at this stage. He's like, no, I'm gonna go and basically sacrifice myself like I have all show. He's gonna do it again. Kind of has a bit of an embrace with Namra, gives her a hug.
It's Onjo.
Oh fuck, I saw it is.
Aye, Namra. No, her head's in the fucking gutter.
She's out.
He basically, he does the whole distraction. The rest of them manage to escape.
Oh, wait, hold on. First of all, the hug.
Oh, the name tag. Who gives a fuck about the name tag?
Oh, that name tag's fucking very important.
What is it? What? Because he works in Poundland or something? I mean, well, the name tag's stupid. It's like the gayest gimmick of all time. I'm sorry, it is. Chun Sang's great, like, but this name tag pish does
like,
nothing for me.
Stop disrespecting the South Korean culture, brother. Anyway, right, they share name tags, they have a kiss. Chang Su tells Bear Su to get these guys to safety. I mean, can they not get themselves to safety?
It's not Chang Su, it's Chang San.
Chang San.
Fuck me, get the names right.
Yeah, I can't get English names right. What chance have I got to getting these names right? Let's be real then.
Yeah, they switch name tags right for the three people in the back that care.
Chang Sang tells Bear Su to get them to safety. I honestly don't see why they can't get themselves. I mean, I love Chicken Soup Boy, right, Fat Man? But, I mean, come on, mate, you're a big guy. When you going to start? You know?
If you're not going to fucking...
Namra, you're special infected here. You should be leading the line. You should be...
No, but let's be... See the rest of them? They're all jobbers, like, especially because most of them are good. What about the guy that has the sister in the archery? He's done literally fuck all. He's a man.
He steps up towards the end, like, but it doesn't work out too well for him.
It doesn't work too well for him.
Yeah, so then they end up trying to... They make an escape for it after Chang Sang gets to the roof. Chang Sang says, "Zombies come after me because today I am the happiest guy in school." So, I mean, there you go. Happy. He's about to fucking die, but he's the happiest guy in school. Fair play to him. I mean, he could have sat in a corner crying his eyes out waiting to turn. But he's actually using the last couple minutes of his life to save his friends. Fair play to that, you know what I mean?
And his tactic was fantastic, guys.
My heart, yeah.
He jumps on over the it's like
it's like an elevator trap kind of,
like a shoot thing.
Like a fence.
And he stands on the balcony on the other side, so all the zombies go crashing down.
Then after the last zombie,
see, hang if this could have fucked up because I could have just put them on the same level as these.
But
they died.
They died, I guess, or they got trapped,
or broke their necks. So something along the lines.
He then jumps back over into the main landing of the roof or whatever.
The boss battle arena.
And then the next minute, Gwi-Nam appears again, and it looks like these two guys are finally going to have their one-on-one, battle.
Match, WrestleMania match here.
Main event. This is what we've waited for. They built it up well all season. Finally, it's going to pay off. Gwi-Nam says it was going to be so fun to kill you, but now I'm going to kill you even if it's not fun. So he just wants to kill him. Chun Sang is going to get killed basically by Gwi-Nam.
You're a bully, Gwi-Nam.
Yeah, Chun Sang calls him a bully. Says, "I know you think you look tough, but
you're pissed.
Honestly, you're just scared."
I tell you what, see if it's. I'm so glad we're not going to pan to him, Gwi-Nam, and it says 1 heart.
And he says that you're just scared that you were going to get in trouble for killing the teacher. And then he calls him the bully's gopher, which I think means like bully's like fucking sidekick or
yeah.
Basically,
go-to guy.
jockstrap. Basically, I don't. Yeah, basically you're the, you're the.
That's just so weird. That guy. I know he ends up killing him. He did kill him.
The main bully.
But he was a fucking jobber.
Anyway,
Compared to this guy.
doesn't seem to like this. They get into the fight. Chun-Sang grabs some dirt, throws it in his eye, starts hitting him with like a metal pipe. Doesn't really have much of an effect. Stabs him through like the shoulder with a metal pipe. Ji-Nam just pulls it out, starts trying to swing the pipe at Chun-Sang. Chun-Sang manages to avoid it. Chun-Sang gets pushed into like this brick wall kind of thing that wasn't finished. It was just like, it wasn't a wall, it was just a bunch of bricks piled up.
They were like half cemented, but not really cemented.
Yeah.
Crashes through it. This basically poleaxes him.
Yeah, we think that's it over, but no, he manages to grab a brick and smash Ji-Nam over the head with, which momentarily affects Ji-Nam. I guess let's be real, probably smashing a brick over the head of anybody would affect him. Even if Terminator got a brick smashed over his head, he'd probably momentarily malfunction and then come back and go,
exactly.
Hasta la vista,
Baby.
Then Chun-Sang gets up.
Chicken soup, baby.
Ji-Nam gets him back to the ground, starts punching him, and then, this next scene was pretty hard to watch. Just, I guess he claimed all season he was going to get his eye back, an eye for an eye, and he just forces his thumb right into the eye socket of Ji-Nam, Chun-Sang, sorry.
Not to sound sick, but I actually like this, because normally in TV shows like this, Retribution doesn't get... I'm not saying it was Retribution, but normally shit...
No, it was great written, but you don't want to see it.
No, you don't want to see it, but so many times the shit like this happen, and it doesn't happen, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, so...
They don't get revenge, you know?
You kind of... it's just... You see that... You just see him pushing his eye, and then you hear, like, the gouging and stuff, and then Chun-Sang screaming, and it's... And then Ji-Nam's, like, fucking hysterically laughing. After they basically, fucks his eye up, he just rolls off and starts like sucking his thumb, licking his thumb. And
it's like when Jax ripped that Moses guy's eye, and I was hanging. Oh, that was.
And then Chun-Sang, obviously, his eye now is fucked. He's got one eye. Both guys have got the same one eye each. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the winner of this fight can have the other person's eye, and they have two eyes each. They have two eyes. You know what I mean? They have a full pair.
Exactly.
Chun-Sang trying to crawl away. Ji-Nam continues to just kick away at his legs to avoid him from being able to crawl. He then says to him again, "If you run, I'll let you live." This guy's a brilliant bastard, isn't he? What an arsehole.
He's just took your eye. He would never run. And Chun-Sang would never have ran, but his crew would have.
His crew would have.
They did.
And then we see the bombs getting dropped on the school. The bombs getting dropped on the other areas. The school was last. We see them all blowing up. We get to the school. We see all the characters that, not main characters, but basically anyone who's relevant up to this stage that died in the school or around the school. We all see them make their way into like the middle of the field. We see Chicken Mum. We see Nam and Onjo's dad. We see Chun-Sang's best friend. We see... Did we see Namra? I don't think... Did we see Onjo's best friend? I don't think we
did. We seen Pink Jacket.
Did we see Onjo's best friend?
No, we seen Pink Jacket.
We seen the Archer guy.
Yep.
Min Jae.
Pink Jacket. We
didn't see Fat Wheelbarrow Kid.
No.
We seen Nerdy guy with a scar.
Yep.
Basically, we've seen most of them, right?
Exactly.
Then the bomb hits.
Our survivors get hit by a bit of debris, but nothing major.
And then in the construction site, we see the fiery blaze enter the construction site. And out of nowhere, Chun-Sang jumps up, grabs Ji-Nam from behind, and throws him down the shaft. And then you see them falling down like the elevator shaft, and like the flames kind of engulf them both, and then they like fall and they crash to the floor. Pretty, cool ending.
I know I liked this. It's realistic. It's realistically the only way I could have won.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they didn't do it where he like overpowered him, because that's just. But if this was American, they would have done something like that.
I thought it was Marvel or something.
Just some piss shit.
The normal guy, Chun-Sang, would have punched Ji-Nam, and Ji-Nam would have flew 200 feet. Do you understand, right? See if you get punched and you go that, like, if you go 10 feet. See the velocity you need to get hit by. It's like you'd need to get hit by a bus or something to go 10 feet. And if you get hit by a bus, you're probably dead.
Yep.
Like, see in boxing, you've got like you look at heavyweight boxing, you've got like some guys that are like 250 pounds, and they're punching, and you don't, your head maybe moves back a bit, your head snaps back, or if it's really sore, you go down. Have you ever seen a boxer get punched and fly 10 feet into the turnbuckle?
No.
I mean, maybe Rocky 4, like, triangles hitting you and you. But, you know, my point is,
Different
like,
circumstances.
that kind of stuff would kill you. But yeah, Gina, they fall in the shaft, flames engulf them. And, I mean, that is pretty much the end of the episode. I believe that's where it ends there.
No,
Oh, no, wait, that's the end of this.
It's the end of the episode, but before this, the military guy, he basically goes into his office.
Can we tell you what the military guy's name is? Do we have that information in front of us?
The answer is no. Basically, though, the military guy...
Somebody must know.
You Google. Military guy goes into his office, he's sorting everything out. We believe that he's on the phone to his wife, but it seems like he was just leaving her a message, or he was listening to her voicemail, or he was just giving one. Because once he puts the phone down, she starts ringing like, I'm sorry, how are you? But he basically loads the Glock, or whatever gun it was, M1911, puts it underneath his chin. Good night, military master, name here.
But before that, so we've seen who's the guy? What's the guy called that started the whole virus?
Science teacher.
What's his name?
Byung Chang.
I refuse to believe we don't know the commander's name. We'll just go with commander and science teacher, right? We see the commander watching a video of the science teacher. He's got his son and his wife chained up. He pours gasoline all over the room. He's going to light the match, but he just can't do it. Even though he knows that his family's dead, he just can't do it. And then the commander says that he knew it was over, but unfortunately the science teacher, you know, is just a man, and you know, he can't make the hard decisions. But he says, I'm not a man, I'm a soldier. And basically he's saying that he can make the hard decisions. He can make the decisions that need to be made. And that is why he makes the decisions to bomb the entire place. And obviously that guilt in the end caught up with him. But the way he sees it is, by sacrificing a lot of lives, he's probably saved more by prolonging, you know, the country of Korea and all the neighbouring cities and towns and stuff like that. So I mean, I probably agree with his decision, but it's probably one of those decisions that it would be hard to live with. Like, I mean, you can see why he's killed himself. Like, I mean, normally someone killing themselves is a bit pathetic and jobberish, but I wouldn't say this.
No, I get it, but it's weird in a way, because, like, 3 episodes, however long ago, I mean, he was fucking ordering his soldiers to kill kids.
I know.
Like, at least here with a firebomb, and it's like, well, at least you could argue from he's tried to evacuate, but I mean, a couple of episodes ago, he was like, open fire, kill them, for fuck's sake.
True.
But I guess then he hadn't seen all this like footage on the laptop and shit like that.
True.
Anyway, that is where the episode ends. Loads of deaths.
Gun falls, blood trickles down the chair.
It's near enough. It's near enough a perfect episode. But my problem is they didn't help Chung Sang.
I know they can't.
Off for me.
No, I mean, let's be real.
I'll give it a 9. But
apart from Bear Sue, did you really expect anyone? No, in my opinion, if Onjo stepped up and fucking like Sweet Chin music Gwi-Nam after, no, I mean that would have been a bit unrealistic.
No, I'm not asking.
But maybe you could say Bear Sue thought at that stage, look, this guy's too strong. No, is that not possible? That Bear Sue's thinking. Oh,
so just like one of your friends get fucking deformed by this guy and eyes ripped out.
Oh, they didn't know he was getting his fucking eye ripped out. To be fair,
they could have done anything to him. I think that logically that they should have went where the group went to attack him like as a whole, but then like they collapsed onto a lower level of scaffolding, and therefore they couldn't get up to him, and that therefore it's just,
yeah. No, I mean that might have been better, but again, would that selfish senior bitch really put her life on the line and save someone? Would Onjo, who's really done nothing in terms of combat to this stage, like I know that they're like a love interest, but would the person with the pink, not the pink jacket kill her, the other pink jacket, the pink fucking cardigan?
Like pink cardigan.
I mean, she's done nothing. Even in the last day, the finale, you see her try and use a weapon and she just sucks. I mean, is she really going to step up and help Gina? I thought the biggest surprise was Bear Sue. He's the only guy you really expect to do anything here. And I guess he tried to help him at first. But remember, he got punched and almost...
Chicken Soup Man and the other guy. And then the other archery girl. Her brother. Her sister. No, his sister. Fuck her brother, her sister.
Yeah, she shouldn't have an arch of it. Can you not shot him? I don't know. I mean, maybe we're overthinking it here. Probably just pissed off because one of my favourite character died here. So
he get jobbed out, guys. I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
I'm going to get a 9 as well. I don't think the episode was. To me, it wasn't a perfect 10 episode, but it was.
No, we don't give halves. I would give it 9.5, but I'm taking a half off for the.
I'm going to get a 9, but I mean, I feel like to get a 10, it needs to. It was good, but not quite a 10 in my opinion.
And on that note, guys, we'll be back for the finale. Half an hour review. Fuck me, that was long. Until next time.
But it was worth it, guys. Till next time.
Peace.